What's up, YouTube? This is Mathos97, and welcome back to another episode of WWE 2K14 Universe Mode. And this is a very special episode. It is Friday Night SmackDown. This is not just any episode of SmackDown. This is Super SmackDown. I guess you could call it the Super SmackDown Spectacular. That's right, because we are going to play the entire card. Hope you're ready, because I sure am. I don't know why, but I just felt back when I recorded this, I was like, you know what? I really want, some of this card was made by the game itself, some of this I made, and I was like, you know what? This looks like a really good card. I want to play the whole thing. I don't think I can pass up any of these matches. So here's what we got. We got Chris Jericho taking on Christian. We have #1 contenders match for the tag team titles. Darren Young and Titus and the other primetime players taking on Rey Mysterio and Cara. We got a 6 Divas #1 contender battle royal, where the winner will face the champion, Caitlyn, at the Survivor Series pay-per-view. We have Ryback, the Intercontinental Champion, taking on Randy Orton in an Extreme Rules match. And, of course, the main event is a rematch from the rematch from the No Way Out pay-per-view. It is the new World Heavyweight Champion, Mark Henry, taking on Sheamus, the Celtic Warrior. As we can see, we're here in Chicago, Illinois. Fitting that this would be the place of Super SmackDown. But, here we go. Kicking off the card is Chris Jericho. Gotta do it at least once. The Ayatollah of Rock'n'Rolla. Chris Jericho going one-on-one with his former tag team partner at one point, Captain Charisma, Christian. And we know that Chris Jericho is the newest SmackDown acquisition. Of course, Chris Jericho was traded from Raw in exchange for Alberto Del Rio. Or should I say it? I'm not even gonna do the Ricardo impression. But anyway, we know that Alberto Del Rio has made quite a splash over on Raw. With we saw he got put in a match against CM Punk at the No Way Out pay-per-view. He got a match against Daniel Bryan on Monday Night Raw, and he had a match against Chris Jericho on main event, all of which he may have lost, but they were all pretty good matches. He's put on a good performance. But as for Chris Jericho, we still have yet to see what he will do now on the SmackDown roster. We know he is coming off of a pay-per-view loss to Daniel Bryan at No Way Out, but we do know that he did defeat Alberto Del Rio on main event, and we saw a little, what could possibly be a little taste potentially of, the near future. We saw the World Heavyweight Champion Mark Henry seem to be out to deliver a parting shot to Del Rio. Del Rio now, that was going to be his last matchup as, anything tied to SmackDown. He's now a Raw superstar. And Mark Henry, it's main event. It's a Raw and SmackDown. It's Raw. It's no man's land, basically. It's everyone's domain. And Mark Henry, he was going to use that opportunity to, send a message to everyone here on the SmackDown roster. Just that he's going to be an aggressive champion. And he was going after Alberto Del Rio. Looked like he was going to make a statement. But before he could really do much, we saw Chris Jericho come back into the ring and clothesline Mark Henry over the top rope, which is not a very easy feat by any means, and saved Alberto Del Rio. But I don't think it was all just about saving the Mexican aristocrat. I think there was something a bit more in there. Jericho making a first impression here on the SmackDown roster, making a first impression with the World Heavyweight Champion, the world's strongest champion, Mark Henry. So maybe, just maybe, Chris Jericho can find himself in the World Heavyweight Championship title picture very soon. But this is his inaugural match on Monday Night Raw. This is his debut to the Blue brand, and he's going one-on-one with Christian, who is the former Intercontinental Champion. Lost it to Ryback at SummerSlam. Lost the rematch on the Night of Champions pre-show. Delivered 3 kill switches to Ryback. I still can't really get over that Ryback kicked out of 3 kill switches, but he delivered 3 kill switches, and Ryback still went on to win the match. And since then, Christian has kind of dropped down a little bit. We did not see him compete at the No Way Out pay-per-view, and he hasn't really been featured on SmackDown all that often, so we'll have to see. Christian, is he going to possibly make a vie for the or is he going to possibly vie for the World Heavyweight Championship picture? Does he want to go back to the Intercontinental Championship? Which, I think Christian, he would actually be pretty good right now to step up to the World Heavyweight Championship picture, because He won the Intercontinental Championship back at Extreme Rules and lost it at SummerSlam to Ryback. So, I mean, he held that title for quite a long time. Defeated the likes of Cody Rhodes, Hunico, who isn't really even in the WWE anymore, and I think there was one, Curtis Axel, yeah. Yeah, because it was Curtis Axel, Cody Rhodes, yeah, the likes of those superstars, and The Miz, who then, of course, went to Raw. But, yeah, right here we got a matchup, a clash of Canadian, I really wanted to think of another word that could have went with that, but clash Canadian superstars, for lack of a term that starts with the K sound, and, why'd I have to think of that? Anyway, people with dirty minds probably could have thought something there, but, yeah, screw you guys. Anyway, big neck snap there by Christian. So, this will be a good victory for either of these two superstars. Both these superstars need a victory. Of course, Chris Jericho, this is his first match on the SmackDown show. He's going to have to make a good first impression. Look at this. Springboard dropkick, sending Christian sprawling to the outside. And now look at this. Springboard. Nope. Christian, he wasn't going to have any of that. Rolling out of the way. That is the veteran Christian right there. With a great veteran move. Sending Jericho now back into the ring. But of course we know that Jericho, this is his first match. That's why he should win. But with Christian here, he needs the victory as well. I mean, ever since Night of Champions, he hasn't done much. So he really needs this victory. And, you know, a victory over someone who's trying to go for that World Heavyweight Championship title could very well put Christian in a good position in that championship division. Because, of course, now Sheamus losing the title, Mark Henry, he seems to be ready to face all challengers, any and all challengers. And, you know, now that we've got, I mean, the World Heavyweight Championship has always been pretty open. Had guys like Wade Barrett, Randy Orton, Sheamus, Del Rio at one point, no longer there now. You know, Chris Jericho now is potentially looking to vie for that spot. Christian could also possibly look to move up to that position. But, I mean, you know, Batista at one point was also in that championship division. Edge was another superstar. Actually, Edge, we haven't really seen, I wonder what happened to Edge. We haven't really seen much of Edge. But Christian here, looking to put away Chris Jericho, set him up for the kill switch. Can he connect? Boom! Hits the kill switch. Jericho, that may be lights out for Chris Jericho. Christian now. Can he go for the cover? Here we go. 1, 2. No! Jericho kicks out. And this is a good matchup we like to see. Very good matchup to start off Super SmackDown. This Super SmackDown special spectacle. Spectacular spectacle. I don't even know. I'm just saying words that begin with S at this point. But look at this. Oh, what a move! Planting him face first onto the mat. What a move. A nice reverse suplex. Planting Jericho on his face. Busting him open even. Jericho's been busted open. Maybe he got busted open off that kill switch. I mean, but Jericho now back into the ring. But I felt like I was going off to a topic, and now I don't remember what it was. I hate when that happens. Anyway. Oh, now I remember, because this is a good matchup to kick off this Super SmackDown show. As, oh, what a move by Chris Jericho, taking down Christian. Nope, Christian, whatever Jericho was going for, shut that down pretty quickly. But this is a good matchup. This is what we like to see. Some good competition between these two superstars. Great way to kick off Super SmackDown. As Jericho now, he's out on his feet here. Christian, look at this. Reverse DDT. Planting Jericho's back of the head into the mat. And Jericho now, out of nowhere, Codebreaker, busting Christian open. That may do it. He caught Christian out of nowhere. 2 count. 3. What? Christian kicks out. Now it's my turn to be shocked. Christian kicking out of the kill switch. Or should I say it's Jericho's turn to be shocked. I mean, Christian hit the kill switch. Jericho didn't kick out of that one. And now wait, cover. That's it. Christian knocks off Chris Jericho. And I mean, Jericho coming off that match from Alberto Del Rio, he was taken to the limit at No Way Out against Daniel Bryan. And now, you know, he kicked out a 1 kill switch. But, I mean, I don't know, Jericho, he's had to compete a lot recently. He's had to do a lot of work in this past week. So, Christian able to take advantage of that. And, you know, Christian, of course, digging down deep. It's not just because that Jericho, you know, may be tired after all these matches, but Christian, he showed that that Codebreaker was not going to be enough to put him away. And then Christian maybe a bit of an upset here. I mean, Christian might have actually been a bit of a dark horse in that one. But Christian spoiling the return of Chris Jericho. Of course, these two superstars, former tag team partners, both representing Canada. So, I mean, they're good friends. So this was a good friendly matchup to start off Super SmackDown. Christian defeats Chris Jericho. And what does that mean? Not only for the future Chris Jericho, but for the future Christian and for the World Heavyweight Championship scene as well. Because now Christian with a victory over Jericho, who's looking to go after that World Heavyweight title. I don't know. We'll have to see. Let's see how this plays out. But now it is time to move on into what is a definitive #1 contenders match. Thank you, Universe, for booking this one because, you know, in the tag team division lately, we've seen some new teams step up. We've got guys like the Primetime Players right here. We have Tons of Funk, who lost their tag team titles at the No Way Out pay-per-view. But ever since, you know, the New Millennia split, we've seen tag teams like Tons of Funk, the Wyatt family, the Primetime Players, stepping up. They've stepped up and tried to make a vie. Why do I keep saying that word? I want to mix it up a little bit. Trying to make a claim for that tag team championship picture. We've also seen 3MB, but I mean, really, 3MB, they haven't been able to string together enough victories to, you know, make a legitimate attempt to go after those tag team titles. But the Primetime Players were close. On the last episode of SmackDown before the No Way Out pay-per-view, they faced the Wyatt family in a tag team match because both those teams had been on a winning streak. They had been winning these tag team matches. And, you know, that was the #1 contenders match. That was their shot to potentially become the #1 contenders for the tag team titles and get a shot at No Way Out. But in the end, the Wyatt family got the victory, went on to win the titles from Tons of Funk at the No Way Out pay-per-view, and ultimately it looks like the Authority have decided to, you know, keep mixing things up here a little bit and try to get some new blood into this tag team division. And here's an underappreciated team, the team of Sin Cara and Rey Mysterio. They have not really teamed up too much here in Universe mode, but this is their ultimate opportunity to go after those tag team titles. They're a dark horse in this one for sure, if they could get the victory over the Primetime Players, who have been one of the hottest teams in the division. So we'll have to see who can win this tag team matchup, and who will go on to face the Wyatt family at the Survivor Series pay-per-view. But here we go. Rey Mysterio and Darren Young looking to start this one off. Mysterio, big kick to the face of Darren Young. And, of course, Darren Young, we saw he competed at Night of Champions. He did a little bit of singles work as well. He competed at Night of Champions. Of course, qualified for that King of the Ring tournament. However, he lost to Fandango in the first round matchups. And then we had seen the Primetime Players get involved with Fandango in a number of matches leading up to the No Way Out pay-per-view. We saw Darren Young took on Darren Young faced himself. No, Darren Young faced Fandango a couple of times, and Titus O'Neil faced off against Fandango. So Fandango has been a bit of a thorn Primetime Players' side, but he seems to be out of the picture now. So Primetime Players now can turn their full focus to the tag team titles, and right now to the immediate task at hand, the team of Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara. Car Stereo, as Tubby Emu likes to call him. But anyway, Darren Young now, nice shot to the face of Rey Mysterio. Darren Young, Irish Whip, putting Rey Mysterio over there into the corner. There's a counter, and now look at this. Head scissor takedown by Rey Mysterio, taking down Darren Young. And now making a tag into Sin Cara here. And Darren bringing in the big deal, Titus O'Neil. But look at this, Sin Cara using his luchador high-flying style. Look to completely throw Titus O'Neil off his game, but that's what Titus needs to do to win. That's what Titus's tools to succeed are. His power. He's going to have to stick to his power game, not allow oh, no, look at that. Nice move by Rey. The veteran move there by Rey Mysterio, making a tag before Titus O'Neil could really get his hands on Sin Cara there. Oh, I got to take a deep breath. I've been like non-stop since this video started, but whew. Okay, so as I was trying to say, with Titus O'Neil, he's going to want to... excuse me, sorry about that. I was trying to hold back a sneeze. But Titus O'Neil, he has what he's got to do to try to succeed in this one is, oh, big kick to the back. But this is what he's got to do. He's got to stick to a ground and pound game, utilize his power, do not allow either Rey Mysterio or Sin Cara to get airborne, because if they can do that, that's their yard, that's their style of match. You got to try Titus O'Neil and Darren Young. You want to try to slow down the pace of the match a little bit. Do not let Sin Cara and Rey Mysterio quicken the pace as they appear to be doing right now. Don't let them get these high-flying moves. Got to keep things in your favor. And there's a nice belly-to-belly suplex. Well, more like a belly-to-belly slam there by Titus O'Neil. As Titus now that delivers a kick right to Sin Cara. And now Sin Cara, look at this. There's an Irish whip sending Titus O'Neil over the top rope. And now drop kick sending Titus O'Neil to the outside. And I think these two teams have actually faced off once before. Would have been before Night of Champions. Yes, it was, because actually these two teams faced each other. I completely forgot about that encounter. But these two teams faced off in to qualify for to qualify for the King of the Ring tournament. Because how that match had went was the winning team would face each other to qualify for the King of the Ring tournament for Night of Champions. Of course, the Primetime Players got the win on that occasion, and Darren Young actually defeated Titus O'Neil, which was a bit of an upset at the time. But obviously, that was a friendly matchup. They did not let that get between them. And since then, they've made these attempts to go after the tag team titles, and they've come pretty close. They've been a dominant tag team in this division, but it's just come down to that #1 contenders match. They can't quite get the job done. This is now their second opportunity. We'll see if they can get the job done this time around. Nice standing moonsault by Sin Cara. And Sin Cara now gets sent over there into the corner. And Titus O'Neil went for a clothesline, but Sin Cara got out of the way. And Titus now makes a tag into Darren Young. Darren Young, Mr. No Days Off now in the ring. And, of course, he wants to... he's a bit more of a faster superstar. He can work a faster paced match. But he's no high flyer. So Darren Young, maybe it would be in his favor, big power slam there to Sin Cara. But it might be in Darren Young's best interest to try and keep this more of a mat-based, sort of a brawling style of a match. Whereas, Sin Cara, Rey Mysterio, they like to go to the air. And Darren Young, if it comes down to it, to a luchador, high-flying style of a match, Darren Young's going to lose that battle. So he wants to probably try to keep things a bit slower paced as well. Maybe not so slow as Titus O'Neil, but he can outpower Sin Cara here. And Sin Cara and Rey Mysterio both about that high flying offense. Darren Young, however, he could outpower these two. I think if it came down to it, if push came to shove, I think Darren Young would win a power battle here. But Rey Mysterio looking for a submission hold. We don't see that too often out of the luchador. But yeah, as I was saying, Darren Young, he can't win. Oh, what a kick! Out of nowhere, Darren Young caught Rey Mysterio completely off guard with that kick. Caught me off guard, too. I wasn't expecting Darren Young to do that kind of a move. Very acrobatic move there by Darren Young. Not something we normally see out of Mr. No Days Off. Big DDT, taking down Rey Mysterio. And this is the kind of matchup Darren wants to run. He does not want to allow Rey Mysterio to get airborne. He doesn't want to let him get those fast-paced moves. Wait a minute. Darren Young. Oh, my God. I love this move. Darren Young. Back suplex onto the apron. What a move. That is Rey Mysterio definitely going to be feeling that in the morning. And big forearm now right to the face of Rey Mysterio. I love that move. It's like an OMG, but it's not an OMG. It's just awesome. That's actually... I'm thinking back to it now at Elimination Chamber in the real WWE when Darren Young used the neck breaker onto the apron. Hey, 2K, maybe want to include that move as well, because back suplex to the apron is pretty cool. The neck breaker was pretty cool as well. But Titus O'Neil, oh, what a double team! Elbow drop into a backbreaker, and Rey Mysterio's back has got to be completely broken at this point. There's two, and it's understandable. That was Primetime Players need #1 contenders, but Rey Mysterio, the back just got completely worked in the final moments, in the closing moments of that one. Of course, taking the back suplex onto the apron. Rey was just completely done after that one. And then look at this. Look at this double team right here. Elbow. Rey Mysterio's back just completely bent out of shape. Just completely destroyed over the knee of Darren Young. And because of that, the Prime Time Players, they've done it. They've won the #1 contenders match. And now they get their rematch against the Wyatt family. Because, of course, we know the Wyatt family defeated them in a #1 contenders match to get their shot at the tag team titles, which they did not fail. They won their tag team titles. They won that tag team title match, as I completely butchered that sentence, but this is going to be a pretty good rematch of the Survivor Series. It's going to be the Wyatt family are defending their tag team titles against the #1 contenders, the Primetime Players. I think that should be a pretty good matchup. Both those teams have got some bad blood with each other. Definitely some hot competition in that tag team division. Very competitive at the moment is the tag team division. And those two teams, the epitome of the tag team division at the moment, the two best in the tag team division. I need to stop saying tag team division. I've said that like 5 times now. Anyway, this is not the tag team division. We're moving now on to the Divas Championship division, because we got to remember Natalya used her rematch clause against Kaitlyn at No Way Out inside the Hell in a Cell. Bit of an underwhelming Hell in a Cell, to be honest, but it was a good match. I mean, if the Hell in a Cell wasn't there, it would have been a pretty good match as far as technicality goes. But here we go. Oh, look at this. Layla actually making. I made up a new word, guys. My English are good. But Layla making her debut. I think this is actually her first match in Universe mode. I mean, she's been in the game, but never really got booked. Never really, she never really got the matches. But she gets to make a debut here, and what an opportunity this would be for Layla. She could become #1 contender for the Divas title. But, I mean, we've got some interesting Divas in this matchup. Of course, Natalya cannot compete. Of course, like I said, she used her rematch clause against Kaitlyn and lost. So that means we got to get a new Divas #1 contender. And we've got some talent in this one, if I do say so myself. We've got the likes of Oksana, Layla, AJ. Now coming down to the ring is Fandango's manager, Summer Rae. And Summer Rae, don't count this pretty lady out, because why did I say that? Oh my god, I'm losing it. But don't count out Summer Rae. We've seen that she can put on some pretty impressive matches. She has actually faced off with the returning Lita a couple of times in recent weeks. But now, here's one of the Bella twins, who I pray does not win this match, Nikki Bella. But I mean, hey, we have only got so many Divas in this division, and it's not going to benefit the division at all to not use those two Divas. Not to use either of the Bella twins, but that one was Nikki Bella. So she's got one hell of an opportunity here to make her first appearance in WWE 2K14. Because the Bella twins, I don't think they've been using 2K either. I mean, the Bella twins did make some appearances in WWE 13. But now, coming down to the ring is Lita. Lita now, she's got an opportunity. Of course, returning a couple of weeks ago on SmackDown. And she's got an opportunity to get back into the mix to go after that Divas Championship. Of course, Lita, I mean, look at all the talent we've got in this ring right now. We've got Lita, a former women's champion. Layla with Laycool, I think, was she woman and Divas champion, or was it? Well, Layla's a former Divas champion, to say the least. We've got AJ, who actually, AJ has not won the Divas title. She's had 2 opportunities in this universe mode, but she has not. She's not won the title. Summer Rae, of course, not. I mean, look at some of the Divas in here. I don't think Nikki Bella has ever won a Divas title before, but we've got some former champions in this one. But we've got, up-and-comers like Summer Rae, Oksana, Nikki Bella. They've got an opportunity here to capture, or to get the opportunity to possibly capture the first Divas title. Kaitlyn, obviously, in the back, has got to be watching this one. But look at this. Oksana's got Layla up on that top rope, looking to eliminate her here. And I got to say, that's one thing I've never liked about Divas matches, is that you do not have to throw them over the top rope. Layla here. Layla, nope, skinning the cat, getting back into this one. Close call there for Layla. But, yeah, I've never liked that in a Divas match, that they don't have to go over the top rope. Like, you can just roll under the bottom rope and, oh, you're eliminated. That just seems so stupid, because, like, in the Royal Rumble, they'll play that up where they can go under the ring, or go under the bottom rope and, save themselves for a little while and recover and stuff like that. So I don't like that in the Divas division. But luckily, in 2K, that doesn't happen. Layla's eliminated here, as Oksana gets the first elimination, eliminates Layla. And I have to say, for my favorites in this one, I don't know, really, like, any of them that's not Nikki Bella, I'd be okay with winning. But if I had to pick a favorite in this one, I don't know, because AJ, she's been there before. She's had 2 opportunities, so she'd be a viable pick. Lita, of course, she's one of the best divas of all time. She'd be a pretty viable pick. Oksana, I think my pick would have to be Oksana. She's been red hot lately. Of course, in her rivalry with AJ Lee. Can't count Summer Rae out either. Nikki Bella's a dark horse. We haven't seen much from her, but my favorite to win this one would probably have to be Oksana, because, I mean, Oksana, she's just been on fire recently. She's defeated AJ a couple of times, both in singles competition and in the mixed tag team match. And wait a minute, Lita! Lita's eliminated by Oksana. That is now 2 eliminations for Oksana. She's eliminated Layla and Lita, throwing them over the top rope, getting them out of here. And now Oksana setting her sights on Nikki Bella, as Summer Rae and AJ are going at it over there on the other side of the ring. And Nikki Bella's in trouble here. Oksana dropkick. Nikki Bella's eliminated, and that is Oksana's 3rd elimination in this battle royal. So, I mean, it's amazing that she hasn't set her sights on AJ Lee yet. But, I mean, those 2 divas have had a personal history in the past. And we can't forget about Summer Rae. Summer Rae, this would be one hell of an opportunity for Summer Rae to make a name for herself in the Divas division. She could win this battle royal, go on to challenge Caitlyn as Survivor Series for the Divas title. AJ sent over the top rope, but Oksana shutting it down, almost saying like, hey, that's my elimination. And now Oksana, look at this, clothesline. Summer Rae's eliminated. That is 4 eliminations for Oksana. She has eliminated Layla, Lita, Nikki Bella, and Summer Rae. She's eliminated every diva so far in this matchup, and the only one left in her way is her arch nemesis, AJ Lee. And AJ with a counter now. AJ, clothesline, Oksana's eliminated. AJ sneaks in at the last second and eliminates a red-hot Oksana. Oksana had eliminated 4 divas in this matchup, but AJ came in at the last second and eliminated Oksana. I mean, such a dominating performance there by Oksana, but hey, you gotta win the match to be #1 contender. So, I mean, that was a very impressive performance, eliminating 4 divas, but in the end, if you don't come out with a victory, that's really all that mattered in this matchup. This was a #1 contenders match. I don't know, though. Oksana, she's definitely proven that she has a future in this divas division. She's gonna be a future contender. She eliminated 4 divas in this matchup, but in the end, her arch nemesis, AJ Lee, got the better of her on this one. So, congratulations, AJ, but great performance by Oksana. Great match there. Here we go now. This is going to be the next matchup on the card, an Extreme Rules matchup between the Intercontinental Champion, Ryback, against his challenger, the man who faced him for the Intercontinental Championship at No Way Out, the Viper, the Legend Killer, WWE's Apex Predator, Randy Orton. So, yeah, we do know that at the No Way Out pay-per-view, Randy Orton lost in his attempt to capture the Intercontinental Championship from the Human Wrecking Ball Ryback. And now Ryback coming out, still your Intercontinental Champion. But with the next pay-per-view coming up, Survivor Series, we've got to wonder who will be Ryback's next challenger for the Intercontinental Championship. And as well, we do know that we have one Survivor Series tag team matchup already, but it's called the Survivor Series pay-per-view. Those sort of elimination tag team matches are tradition, so we're going to get more than one. And we got to wonder, could we, I don't know, Orton, he lost his opportunity at the Intercontinental Championship, so maybe, just maybe, he could find himself in a SmackDown, in a SmackDown Survivor Series tag team matchup, possibly. But you never know, if he could get the win over Ryback here in this Extreme Rules matchup, maybe, just maybe, he goes for a rematch against Ryback, you know, for one last shot at the Intercontinental title. Because Ryback, like I said, did defeat Randy Orton at the No Way Out pay-per-view. But Orton, he is a former World Heavyweight Champion, so it'll be interesting to see where Randy Orton goes following that loss to Ryback for the Intercontinental Championship. But from what we can see here, the issue between these two superstars has not yet been settled. Randy Orton, Ryback in this Extreme Rules matchup. There's no disqualification, no countouts. The only way to win is by pinfall or submission. And with it being Extreme Rules, there's going to be all sorts of weapons under the ring. So this would be a very good opportunity for these two superstars to take out some aggression against one another. Get an opportunity to unleash the rage that they have for each other. And look at this, back suplex there by Randy Orton, taking down Ryback, the Intercontinental Champion. But yeah, from what it looks like, these two, the issues between these two are far from over. Just because Orton, he got his Intercontinental Championship matchup and lost, but it looks like there may be a little bit more animosity between these two superstars, and hopefully this Extreme Rules match can settle that and put it to rest, and then maybe we'll get to make some progress, find out who will be the next challenger for Ryback's Intercontinental Championship, and what will Randy Orton be doing in the near future. So big shoulder charge there, a spear in the corner from Ryback. And Orton now back up to his feet. But Ryback, belly-to-belly suplex, tossing him over his head halfway across the ring. And now Ryback driving the elbows right into the shoulders of the Apex Predator, Randy Orton. And now, nice block from Orton. But Ryback with a counter. And there we go. There's a Thez press. Vintage Ryback right here. Just going to smash Randy Orton's head off the mat 3 times. Picking him up, throwing him back down. And once again, just grabbing him by the face and slamming the back of his head off the mat there. And now it's Orton maybe looking to gain control. Went for an uppercut, but Ryback now, again, a belly-to-belly throw over the top of his head. Oh, and here we go. Ryback, so let's see what kind of toys we got under the ring here. Ryback has pulled out a sledgehammer now. Now it's Randy Orton's turn. What's he looking for? He's got a baseball bat. So we'll see. Oh, what a shot from Ryback. Sledgehammer defeated, or I should say, Sledgehammer defeated the bat there. But now Orton's got the sledgehammer. And nope, Ryback stopping that. Taking it away from Randy Orton. And look at this. Oh, another one. Another shot with that sledgehammer right to the abdomen of Randy Orton, right to the ribs. Or right to the gut, not the ribs. And now Orton just charging Ryback with that baseball bat again, right to the face. And now just pounding away with that baseball bat, looking for a home run shot. Oh, and now Orton's got the sledgehammer, delivers a shot to the face. And now choking Ryback out with the stick of the sledgehammer, that wood part. And now drops the sledgehammer here. But may the damage have already been done. I mean, obviously, both superstars have now taken a shot from the sledgehammer. So, oh my god, meat hook, clothesline out of nowhere. Ryback into the cover. No, Randy Orton kicks out, but that was out of nowhere with that meat hook clothesline. But as I was saying, both these superstars have taken a shot from the sledgehammer, and that's going to take a lot out of them in this matchup, so we'll have to see. This might be a bit of a shorter matchup because of the nature of this style of match. It is no disqualification. They've already brought out the weapons. That's going to inflict some extra damage. Ryback could be looking to put Randy Orton away here, marching around the ring. And look at this, Ryback, a shell shock, and Randy Orton, his lower back came right down on that baseball bat. Ah, he's going to be feeling that one in the morning. And that's 3. Randy Orton could not kick out of that one. And for good reason, a shell shock onto that baseball bat. Just narrowly missed the sledgehammer there as well. And Ryback gets yet another victory over the Viper Randy Orton. So, 1 victory at No Way Out for Ryback, and then 1 here on SmackDown. So Ryback continuing to make his dominant push through the SmackDown roster, keep climbing up the rankings. Maybe Ryback could be the next superstar to challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship. You never know. We saw Jericho and Christian compete earlier tonight. We've of course got Sheamus, who's right up there as well, and then we've got Ryback, who has quickly risen through the ranks of the Intercontinental Championship division, and maybe coming close to a World Heavyweight Championship match. But Ryback now, feed him more. He's ready to take on more challengers. Ryback just demolished Randy Orton here in this matchup here tonight. So, who is going to be next? Who is going to be the next superstar to challenge Ryback for that Intercontinental Championship? And really, can anyone stop this destructive force known as Ryback? But now, let us move into our main event matchup. This is also a rematch from the No Way Out pay-per-view. This one is between the Celtic Warrior Sheamus and the new World Heavyweight Champion, Mark Henry. Sheamus, of course, former World Champion. He won the title from Randy Orton at Night of Champions, or should I say he won it back at Night of Champions. And then, you know, a 1-month title reign before Mark Henry captured the gold and became the new World Heavyweight Champion. But Sheamus now, he's going to be looking to get right back in that title picture. Of course, he does have a rematch clause, but I don't know. The question is, do we really still want Sheamus in this World Heavyweight Championship picture? Should we just immediately give him the rematch clause? Wait a minute! Chris Jericho! Jericho from behind. Mark Henry was coming down to the ring for the match, and Jericho attacking the World Heavyweight Champion from behind. And another big statement made there by Chris Jericho, as that's now, he got the upper hand on Mark Henry on the last episode of Main Event, and now look at this white noise by Sheamus, and after the attack from Jericho, that may be it for Henry. Sheamus into the cover, 1. No, Mark Henry kicking out at 1 even. And that definitely is going to give an edge to Sheamus in this one. But that's the second time Chris Jericho's got the upper hand on Mark Henry, and he's only seen Mark Henry twice. He's only competed in 2 matches as a part of the SmackDown roster, and on both occasions he's got the upper hand on Mark Henry. Here we go, Sheamus now. High cross powerbomb. Shades of the late, great Razor Ramon. Why did I say late? He's not dead. Shades of the great Razor Ramon, Hall of Famer. Into the cover. What are you... not even a 1 count. Mark Henry kicks out. Oh my... wow, what is it going to take to put Mark Henry away? He got attacked before the match, kicked out of white noise, kicked out of the high cross. Maybe it's going to take a brogue kick. He's going to have to be knocked out. If we got to remember that last week on SmackDown, in that tag team matchup, it was a brogue kick that put away Mark Henry. So I guess we'll have to see if that will be the case here tonight. Sheamus, of course, the high cross powerbomb was not enough to do it. And now it looks like he's going to have to resort deeper into his moveset. So this quick little matchup that it looked like we were going to get is going to be drawn out a bit more, as Mark Henry showing his... oh, what a move! Back suplex by Sheamus. But Mark Henry, of course, showing that, you know, he's got to be somewhat exhausted from the matchup against Sheamus at No Way Out, but showing that, you know, he's still got durability, he's still got the endurance to get attacked from behind and kick out of one of Sheamus's best shots. And now it's up to the Celtic Warrior to stay on the offensive, but it's too late now as Mark Henry begins to dissect Sheamus, begins to begins to take control. That was so much more difficult to say than it should have been. But like I was saying earlier, there are a lot of superstars vying for that World Heavyweight Championship. Guys like I said, Christian, Jericho, we just saw, Sheamus, of course. So, you know, Sheamus, I mean, and Ryback as well, we saw what just went down. So Mark Henry's got a potential slew of well, I can't talk today. A slew of potential challengers for his title. And, you know, Sheamus should have a rematch clause, but, I mean, I don't know. I don't really think I want to just give him another title shot, because this would be... I mean, we got to think back. He's a 3-time World Heavyweight Champion in the span of... it would have been Extreme Rules to No Way Out, so in the span of about 6 months, he's been World Champion 3 times. Well, I guess 7 if you count when it originally started, so that would have been the night after WrestleMania. Anyway, but the point is, he started this Universe mode as World Champion, lost it to Del Rio, won it back at the next pay-per-view. Then it was, he held on to the title up until SummerSlam when he lost it, then won it back at Night of Champions, and now has quickly once again lost it to the World's Strongest Man. So I don't know. I don't really think Sheamus should just be given a rematch this time around. I think he's going to have to earn another opportunity at the World Heavyweight Championship. If he really is deserving of a World Heavyweight Championship match, then I'm sure he can earn it himself. But because, I mean, he's been in the title picture this whole Universe mode. He's been in the title picture for 7 months. So, I mean, I'm okay if, you know, if he can win a couple matches, get himself back into the World Heavyweight Championship picture himself, I'm all for it. He can go ahead and do that, but I'm not just going to I don't think I'm just going to give him his rematch clause. I don't think Sheamus really needs the rematch clause, because he's been in the World Heavyweight Championship scene this whole time in universe mode. I think we need a bit of a change of scenery. But look at this, Mark Henry. Look at this, military press power slam, taking down the Celtic Warrior. And now Henry could be moments away from a victory. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, no. Kick out there by Sheamus. And now here we go. Bear hug by Mark Henry. And Sheamus, this is what Mark Henry used to defeat Undertaker. And wait a minute, Sheamus taps out. Mark Henry defeated Sheamus with the bear hug right there. I was not expecting Sheamus to tap out. But Mark Henry, against insurmountable odds, he was attacked by Jericho before the match, took a finisher from Sheamus, and still managed to come back and win the match. That is unbelievable. Mark Henry showing almost no signs of fatigue from the matchup at No Way Out, which he took quite a beating in that one as well. But Mark Henry, you know, he got attacked before the match, took a finisher, not to mention factoring fatigue from No Way Out, but Mark Henry still manages to overcome the Celtic Warrior here tonight. And you gotta believe that, oh wait, Chris Jericho. Well, Jericho, that's definitely a sign. That is an indication that Chris Jericho will be targeting Mark Henry and his World Heavyweight Championship. So, Jericho is now in the mix. Sheamus, of course, is still up in that, you know, in that title picture. But, yeah, I mean, Mark Henry, that was just, he is unstoppable at this point. I mean, that performance here tonight basically just shows you Mark Henry is unstoppable at this point. Who can stop the World Heavyweight Champion, Mark Henry? But we know he has a lot of potential challengers coming up, so he's going to have a lot of challengers challenging him for that title. But anyway, I'm going to thank y'all for watching. Keep on YouTubing.